I'm Melissa Chartrand. In today's art segment, we spend time with artist David Lewis. You may be familiar with his work in downtown Hyannis, including the bronze sculptures of Iyannough at the top of Hyannis Village Green and President John F. Kennedy in front of the Kennedy Hyannis Museum. Did you know that Mercy Otis Warren and James Otis statues at the Barnstable County Court House in Barnstable Village were his first sculpted public figures here in the town of Barnstable? David talks about his many works, working with life-size figures, and what it is like to be a self-taught artist and his creative process.
My work, mainly through the years, has been commission work. And during that course of time, I've done 8 life-size figures in public view or public spaces. A life-size figure, it takes me anyways, between 7 and 9 months of just sculpting. Then there's a whole long process of casting. You know, it takes another 4, sometimes 5 months. So there's a lot involved with it. Long story short, I came down with mahogany asthma, so which I still have, but I mean I could hardly breathe, so it got pretty bad there. So I had to quit carving, but there was a fella in town. Lou Cataldo, again, he was sort of a town historian. Lou has passed on now, but he saw the piece at Christ the King, and he was looking for a sculptor at the time, and he had in mind to do James Otis Jr. In front of the Superior Court in West Barnstable at the courthouse, there are 2 statues. One is James Otis Jr., and one is his sister, Mercy Otis Warren. Yeah, that came about. He liked what he saw, and so that was my first public figure. Mercy Otis Warren followed that. Iyannough followed that. Things just kind of kept going. And there have been others as well, but that's how it all really started. Iyannough there's a lot of anatomy, and it's going on Main Street, and, you know, I mean, I'm self-taught. A friend of mine who everybody's passed away now, I'm getting old, but anyways, I had just started the figure, it was in here, and he was a sculptor too. He came over and he looked at it and he said, you know, everybody on Cape Cod's going to be looking at this. He said, I wouldn't be in your shoes for all the tea of China. And that didn't do my, you know, confidence much good, because, you know, the thoughts are, you know, whoever told you, Lewis, that you can do this stuff, you know? I don't know about other artists, but I know there's a lot of self-doubt, and especially when you're putting yourself out on a limb and you're pushing yourself right to the limits to do this, to try to make it good, because it's going to be scrutinized by the public and all. So it's not the most comfortable. You don't sit back and, you know, with your little finger up in the air and poof, you know, it's created. It doesn't happen that way, you know. Well, not with me, anyways. So, you know, I'll come down here to work, and usually it's about 2 hours. But I'll go to work, and I don't care what I'm going to hit, her, or him, or her, whoever it is. And I just fall into working. And 2 hours will go by, 2 hours of work. And then I'll be working, and I'm like, I'm getting tired. During those 2 hours, I'm conscious and all that, but it's, I read, doesn't matter, one time, single-mindedness is a form of meditation, you know, and so the attention is here, especially with the human figure, because it is so difficult and so expressive. So people ask me, you know, are you going to retire? And I, first off, can't afford it. Secondly, you know, it's like, I want to retire from breathing? I don't think so, you know, not yet anyway.
Osterville Art Gallery on West Bay Road in Osterville features the work of David Lewis. You can get gallery hours and more information at his website, davidlewissculpture.com. And of course, to learn more about the events and programs happening every day in the town of Barnstable, head to ArtsBarnstable.com. For Inside Arts Barnstable, I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.